Akatsuki is an organization that has disturbed the peace of many countries and hidden villages by incorporating very strong, experienced renegade shinobi into its ranks. What were their goals, and how did the organization come to be? I'll try to tell you about that today. Akatsuki was originally founded by Yahiko during the Third Shinobi World War, alongside his childhood friends, Nagato and Konan. As citizens of a Megakure who had been orphaned by the Second Shinobi World War, the three created Akatsuki as a way to bring peace to their home country, which too often got caught in the crossfire of the five great shinobi countries' many conflicts. From childhood, the children knew the pain of war, especially Yahiko, who dreamed of putting peace to rest. The first Akatsuki head was orphaned at an early age, forcing him to steal food in order to survive prior to teaming up with a fellow war orphan named Konan. Soon after they found a place to call home, Konan bringing another war orphan, Nagato, into the group. Soon the children meet a trio of Sanin, asking to be trained in techniques for self-defense. Orochimaru offers to kill the children, but Jiraiya accepts the children's request, taking it upon himself to teach them. Afterwards, it is revealed that Nagato has a Rinnegan. Having trained the children, Jiraiya will leave them, leaving the young shinobi to fend for themselves. Sometime after Jiraiya's departure from Megakure, the three gained a reputation as a talented shinobi team. Around this time, during the Third Shinobi World War, the trio met Obito Uchiha, who was acting under the guise of Madara Uchiha and Zetsu. Obito met with Yahiko and told him about the Eye of the Moon plan. Listening to the results of what would happen from, Yahiko did not trust the masked man and urged Konan and Nagato to stay away from him. Later, gathering many supporters who shared their ideals, Yahiko established the Akatsuki. They spread their beliefs to stop war without violence, and news of their actions would reach Jiraiya from time to time. When their group became too big, they were forced to find another hideout and leave their current one where they once lived with Jiraiya. AIM's leader Hanzo also became aware of Akatsuki and perceived them as a threat to his rule, a belief encouraged by Danzo Shimura. Hanzo approached Akatsuki offering to help them broker peace between Konohagakure, Iwagakure, and Sunagakure. When Yahiko, Nagato, and Konan arrived to meet with him, however, they were ambushed by Hanzo's men and members of Danzo's route, who took Konan hostage and forced Yahiko to commit suicide in order to save her. Enraged by Yahiko's death, Nagato summoned demonic statue of the Outer Path and used it to slaughter their attackers, though Hanzo himself escaped. With Yahiko's dying breath, he entrusted the pursuit of peace to Nagato. Nagato, grieved by Yahiko's death, came to believe that the world would never willingly consent to peace, and that Akatsuki's previously pacifist approaches were therefore futile. Intending to be the one to show these horrors to the world, Nagato began using the alias Pain and formed the 6 Paths of Pain, into which he integrated Yahiko's corpse so that he could symbolically continue leading Akatsuki. Nagato sought out Obito, under the guise of Madara Uchiha, and accepted his earlier offer of support, which he provided in secret. The recruitment of new members has begun. Deidara, Sasori, Kasame, Itachi, Hidan, Kakuzu, Zetsu, Tobi, Konan, Pain, Orochimaru, who will leave the organization afterwards, Juzo, Kakuzu's former partner. In addition, the shape was changed and rings were added and given to each of the members. Years later, and still loyal to his own version of a Megakure, Pain and Konan began a civil war in the village to overthrow Hanzo. Much of the village rallied behind Pain, believing him to be a god because of his immense power. Pain embraced the villagers' idea of his being god and single-handedly crushing remnants loyal to Hanzo whenever they surfaced. Every Sunday, Pain would make it rain within a Megakure, or if he had to be away. Akatsuki was able to begin working towards capturing the tailed beasts. After catching most of the tailed beasts, Nagato goes to Konoha for Naruto. When he finally locates and meets with the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki, Naruto Uzumaki, Nagato begins to doubt the direction he has taken Akatsuki in since Yahiko's death. After Nagato's 6 Paths of Pain are defeated, Naruto convinces him that a bloodless peace is worth pursuing no matter how impossible it may seem. To make up for all the missteps he took, Nagato gives his life to revive the Konoha villagers that died during his attack, using his last breath to encourage Naruto to achieve the peace that he was never able to. With Yahiko and Nagato gone, Konan opts to leave Akatsuki. After the death of the Nagato, Tobi will be in charge of the organization. He will take over the Rinnegan and fight Conan, where he will emerge victorious. You could say that the Akatsuki practically ceased to exist at this point. He reveals himself to Kisame, who worked with him during their time in Kirigakura, and is happy to collaborate with him yet again. He also convinces Sasuke Uchiha and his team, Taka, to join forces with Akatsuki. Tobi sends Taka after the Eight Tails, and then starts the Fourth World Shinobi War. While preparing for war, Tobi is approached by Kabuto Yakushi, a former subordinate of Sasori and Orochimaru. Kabuto offers to bolster Akatsuki's fighting strength with the Impure World reincarnation, reviving Akatsuki's past members and several other once notable shinobi. In addition to the resurrected ones, White Zetsu clones enter the fray. In the end, Madara Uchiha, one of the strongest shinobi of all time, was resurrected. A little later it is revealed that Tobi is Obito, and Madara used him. Then Kaguya shows up to kill Madara and Obito. About 15 years after the end of the war, a former test subject of Orochimaru's, Shin, develops a fascination with Itachi and adopts the Uchiha name while plotting to avenge Itachi by killing Sasuke. In addition, Shin goes so far as to adopt Akatsuki's name, believing its former goal of endless warfare. He composes Akatsuki with numerous clones of himself and seeks to start moving forward with Akatsuki's revival. Shin is soon afterwards betrayed and killed by his clones, who accordingly surrender and are dropped off at the Konoha orphanage, ending his new Akatsuki before it ever truly begins. The organization that was supposed to help people and end wars ended up bringing a huge amount of horror and death, tarnishing the whole idea of Akatsuki fundamentally. And this video comes to its conclusion. Do you think Akatsuki deserved such an ending? Or could Yahiko have realized his ideas if not for Obito's intervention? Write your thoughts in the comments, and of course if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. See you later.